All right, so here we have average profit. And so the profit from the supply of a certain commodity is modeled as the following function, where Q is the number of millions of units produced. So 1 million, 2 million, however many it is, it's in millions. And so we want to write an expression for the average profit when Q million units are produced. Well, how do we do that? Well, we're going to have to take this divided by Q million units, okay? And so let's say if we take the average, that's going to be a bar. So P bar of Q is equal to, and let's say it's going to be 30 plus 60 ln of Q all over Q. So that's the equation part. And now this is $1,000 divided by million units. And so let's say we have, put it in numbers so we can have it, because this is going to be some kind of a ratio. So we're going to have to take this ratio times this value. So $1,000 per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So however many units it is in millions, it's going to be that. And so if we take 1,000 divided by that, that should give us, this is going to be a 0.001. And so that's going to be dollars per unit. And that's multiplied by our 30 plus 60 ln of Q over Q. And then that's going to be our P bar of Q. So that's going to be our expression for part A, okay? And this is only so we can get that correct units for with just one unit. We're having to divide and get one unit to get that average, okay? Now, and this would be overall in dollars because our unit here cancels the unit, and so we'll have all of our stuff canceling here. Now let's see here. What is the profit and the average profit when 10 million units are produced? All right, so the profit P10 is equal to, well, that's just going to be equal to 30 plus 60 ln of 10. And if we plug that into our calculator, we get 30 plus 60 ln 10. And so we get 168.155, and since this is in thousands, I'll just go to 3 because I could multiply by that. And this is 1,000, and it's dollars, okay? Now we've got our P bar, so now we have to do P bar of 10. So that's going to be our 0.001 times 30 plus 60 ln of 10 divided by 10. And so that's going to be equal to, and so 0.001 times, and then we have the 30 plus 60 ln of 10 divided by 10. And here we get 0.0168 dollars, and I guess it's per unit. Okay, because average is going to be that many per whatever, 1 unit. Okay, so that is a per unit number there. And then how rapidly are profit and average profit changing when 10 million units are produced? Okay, well, that means we have to take some derivatives here. And so first one we're going to do is we're going to take the derivative of the P. And so this one here, well, that's going to be fairly simple. I think we can get it up here. P prime of Q is equal to, well, it's just going to be 60 over Q. So then if we want P prime of 10, well, that's just 60 over 10, which is 6. And that's going to be $1,000 per, and it's going to be million units. Okay, so $6,000 per million units. Now, P prime of this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go on to the next page and take that and take the derivative of it. So we had and let's do the 0.001 first, I guess. So we have P bar of Q is equal to, and let's do the 0.001 times 30 plus 60 ln of Q, and then times Q to the negative 1. Okay. All right. So what should we do for our values? How about let's let, we can have two things. We can do, let's take this and have it and let this. So we have kind of this product and this. So it's kind of we didn't write it down how we should have done it. It should have been 0.001 q to the negative 1 times 30 plus 60 ln of q. So now we can say 1, 2, and so our g of q is equal to, let's say that's a 0.001 q to the negative 1, and our h of q is equal to 30 plus 60 ln of q, and so our g prime of q is equal to negative 0.001 and q to the negative 2, and our h prime of q is equal to 60 over q. Okay. So now I think we have everything to write our P bar average of Q. And so that's going to be our negative 0.001 Q to the negative 2 times 30 plus 60 ln of Q plus 0.001 Q to the negative 1 times 60 over Q. Okay. Now we're just going to plug in 10 and all that. So we need P bar prime of 10. And so now if we plug all that in, hopefully we'll get an answer that makes sense. Negative 0.001 times 10 to the negative 2 arrow down times 30 plus 60 ln of 10 parenthesis plus 0.001 times 10 to the negative 1, and then times 60 divided by 10. And we get on that, and this is going to be again dollars, it's going to be a negative 0.00108. So it's a pretty small number, so I'm going to go out that far, and that's going to be dollars per million units. Okay, so that will be our value for that one. All right, and that's all they're having us do for this one. So that should be all. So that's all I have for you for this section. Hopefully that will help.